Hey guys, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I'm AUJHA. This is going to be a quick video on the, I don't know why I tossed my lip balm like that. This is going to be a quick video on the Capricorn full moon that we have coming up here shortly, okay? This is the cardinal full moon of the summer, meaning that it is cardinal signs start off the seasons. Capricorn is the cardinal sign of the winter season, but it is the cardinal full moon in the summer season. And then, of course, we have the Cancer full moon, the cardinal summer full moon, or the cardinal winter full moon, which will be Cancer in the winter season. Fun fact, this is, with that being said, the Capricorn full moon falls underneath the Cancer lunar cycle, which is the best time of the year. It is Cancer season. Happy birthday to me and my fellow Cancer sons. Let's get into it. As far as the full moon is concerned, what is that? It's when the moon is in opposition to the sun. The moon appears in the sky fully illuminated. Energetically speaking, we're talking about clarity, illumination. This is also a period of cultivation, not necessarily manifestation, okay? And I'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video. This is a time where things become illuminated for us, where we gain clarity on our paths, where we also tend to release things that need to be released as well. The full moon is also, the moon governs spirituality and emotion. So this is a time when emotions, emotional reactions, emotional interactions are heightened, and also and just being able to feel these emotions, empathy is heightened, and also spirituality, intuition, psychic gifts, those things are also on 10 as well. With that being said, speaking about on 10, this Capricorn full moon is actually a supermoon. We have another one. I think the last full moon was also a supermoon. And that just means that throughout the moon's orbit, it comes to a point where it's as close to the earth as it's going to get. And that is where the full moon will be for this lunar cycle, okay, for this lunar transit. With that energy, with the supermoon energy, it tends to amplify the energies that we are already dealing with the full moon. I think of it as like a in between for the regular full moon and an eclipse is like an in between point. So it's an amplified full moon, but it's not as intense as the eclipses, okay? But the eclipses also come with change. It's for other videos when we're talking about eclipses. But anyways, let's get even further into it. This full moon is on July 13th. It's going to be in 21 degrees in the sign of Capricorn, as I've been saying. So Capricorn, speaking to that energy, is very diligent. Capricorn is the business sign. They're about their business. They are the entrepreneurial sign as well. Their energy is very authoritative. On the shadow side, they can be detached and stubborn as well. If you know any Capricorns, when they're operating within their shadow energies, you've probably experienced those things with them. For this full moon, the overall energy that we're dealing with, especially with Capricorn, is this pull to get our shit together, so to speak. Clearing out energetic clutter, energetic debris, getting illumination, clarity into what those things are and what needs to be phased out. Also, releasing the things that are causing chaos or wreaking havoc in our lives. Again, I said that Capricorn is all about their business. This is the time to get down to business. So anything that has been kind of throwing you off of your game will become evident to you over the course of the next couple of weeks, going into the next month, really leading up to the Leo full moon, but we also have residual energy leading up to the leading up to the Leo new moon, but we've also got residual energy leading up to the Aquarius full moon as well. But things that are kind of throwing you off of your game, or that have been throwing you off of your game, they'll become clear to you, and you'll also gain illumination into how you can start to kind of clear those things up and phase them out. Also looking at what's been keeping us from doing the work that needs to be done. And just speaking to illumination as well, gaining insight into what the path to success is for the goals or the plans that we've put in place for ourselves, okay? This is really just a time of getting an idea of what needs to be done, and then tapping into this earth energy, this diligence in doing the actual work, okay? It is a period of cultivation, so this is the time when we do the work. We're in the middle of the lunar cycle, okay? There's a lot of aspects happening with this one, so I'm just going to read down my list of notes here, but they are all generally positive and lend to this energy of progression. The first is that we have a conjunction. Full moon in Capricorn will be in conjunction to Pluto, which is in retrograde in Capricorn as well, because it's a conjunction. I knew that. Which does bring in a little bit of dramatic energy. But there's also this energy of really coming to a space of where we understand our experiences and understand our feelings about certain things, and gaining that understanding puts us into a space of transformation. Okay, we've also got a trine to Uranus, and Uranus is in, I want to say it's in Taurus. Yes, no, just kidding, bear with me, guys. I feel like Uranus is in Taurus. Am I tripping, or is it in Aries? It's in Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus. A trine to Uranus is, I should have known that as well, because we're speaking to, if it's a trine, it's going to be in the same element. The full moon in Capricorn will be making a trine aspect to Uranus in Taurus, which will not be in retrograde at the time of the full moon. This lends to a change of scenery, and you can take a look at your chart or look at how the full moon is making aspects to your chart to get an idea of where that change of scenery might be. Say you've got a whole bunch of fourth house placements. If this full moon is making aspects to whatever's in your fourth house, you might be making a move, or might be changing some things in your home, or redecorating, or something like that. Or doing some spring cleaning in the summertime. If you've got a whole bunch of aspects being made to stuff that you've got in the seventh house, you might see a shift in some relationships, maybe walking away from some situations, relationships, all the things. Or you might be gaining or having a realization about a certain person or a certain companion that you are now realizing certain things about, whether they be good or bad. Again, just take a look at your chart to get an idea of what change of scenery is going to be coming in, okay? There's also a sextile being made to Neptune in Pisces, and Neptune is in retrograde at the time of this full moon. But with that being said, Neptune is at home in Pisces, so it is a harmonious energy. There's this energy of alignment coming with this aspect being made to the moon, being emotionally in tune, dealing with our intuition. This is also a time where creativity is going to be lit. Passion projects are going to be off the chain. Anything that you've been excited about working on, or things that you've been wanting to see come in, you're probably going to see those things start to pop up for you over the next month, all right? The last aspect that I have is technically what people consider a bad one, or one with a negative energy. But all of the aspects, astrology is all about progression and learning and changing and growing. So all of the aspects can be positive in a sense. So we've got an opposition being made to Mercury, which will not be in retrograde yet. I think we don't have another Mercury retrograde until, I want to say September sometime. Yeah, September. So just kidding. It's not in retrograde. Yay. Opposition to Mercury, which I'm not sure what sign it's in. If it's going to be in air signs. Mercury's going to be in Libra and Virgo. So Mercury is more than likely. I'm recording this way ahead of time, so sorry. And I know you guys probably don't care, but now I want to know. It's probably going to be in Leo or Cancer. Probably out of Cancer, or moving at the tail end of Cancer, or at the start of Leo is what I'm feeling like Mercury is going to be in. So an opposition to Mercury in one of them signs is going to be happening. Which really is just going to be bringing this energy of inward contemplation, introspection, and dealing with our personal issues, figuring out what those are and how we can work through them and heal from them and release the things that need to be released, okay? This moon is happening on an 8-day in 21 degrees. So we've got the energies of 3 and 8, which is all about karma and infinity and cycles, and also manifestation and things coming together, all right? And because it's a full moon, we're getting clarity on how these things need to come together. And even though it is a full moon and it's a time of cultivation, you do have a little bit of manifestation energy with the number 3 there, okay? That's all I want to say about the numerology. Speaking to the rituals, for the full moon rituals, I like to do full moon intentions, which I write down on a little note card. If I have the note card and the color associated with the zodiac, I will use that card. If I don't, I'll use that color. If I don't, I will use a pin in the color. Capricorn colors are like greens, like deeper, darker shades of greens, darker shades of blues and browns, okay? Also earthy scents. Any wood that you can burn will be good to do, or good to work with for this Capricorn full moon ritual, like Palo Santo, cedarwood. Those are really the only, sandalwood. If you have sandalwood shavings, you can burn some sandalwood or sandalwood resin. What else? Because it is an earth moon, I like to work with the earth elements. This is also one of what I consider my personal moons. I'm a Capricorn rising, and I have a lot of Capricorn placements in my chart. So anytime the moon is in Cancer or Capricorn and they're in the major lunar transits, I'm like, oh, it's my moon. So I do my major rituals in the summertime. It's also around my birthday. I'm a Cancer, so it all gets done at the start of the year and in the middle of the year for me. So I will more than likely be working some earthy things into my rituals. Because this is one of my big ones, I'll be cleansing my stones, and I do this work over the course of the lunar cycle. So since it's Cancer, I'm working with water energy as well. I'll probably be rinsing my stones and then, you know, drying them and then putting them in soil. If you guys know, I do have a green thumb. There's that Capricorn rising coming out. I do have plants all over my house. Putting them in some soil and letting them charge in there. And again, these intentions and rituals are all about what works for you. So I know there are some people who say, oh, don't cleanse or don't charge around whatever lunar transit, but I actually do both. For the new moons and full moons, I cleanse and charge. But that is because lunar energy for me is both cleansing and also rejuvenating, because I have so many lunar placements in my chart. So do what works for you. But typically I like to put more energy towards cleansing and releasing during the full moons, okay? What else? You can also work with healing crystals. I like to just hold them while I read my intentions out loud, and I also burn the intentions. If you are going to do that and you do it in your house like me, make sure that you are safe. Do not set your house on fire, then come back into my video talking about, hey, you told me to do some intentions and now I don't have a house. That's on you. Okay? Be smart, be safe. If you're gonna burn intentions inside, be smart and be safe outside too, because it's summertime, and if you live in a dry state like me, you could also cause a fire that could burn up half your state. So just be careful with burning your intentions. Healing crystals that you can work with: Capricorn stones, unakite, garnet, tiger's eye. Hop on Google and just type in Capricorn healing crystals and a whole list will come up for you, okay? And that's all I got as far as the energy is concerned. So just to recap, this full moon is all about gaining illumination into how we need to get things together and the path we need to take, or the path we need to put in place to achieve success in the goals that we've set for ourselves, okay? Transformation for us. This is also, I did mention this earlier, but this is also a very entrepreneurial energy for those. So for those of you that are business owners or do work with businesses or whatever the case may be, if you have that entrepreneurial bone in your body, this is a time where things are going to be moving for you. I would have to give you a tarot reading to let you know if that means money is coming in or if you're just doing work, but this is definitely a time where if you own a business or you're very involved with a business, you are going to be doing a lot of work for that business, okay? Or making some shifts for that business. This is a time of transformation, especially with the aspects that we have. Shifts in your foundations as well, because Capricorn is an earth sign. So anytime we're talking about changes and we have an earth sign attached to it, it does have to do with foundational themes. So that does mean your home, that means your career, your finances, your relationships, because those are foundational, okay? And that is it for the recap. People that are going to be most affected by this moon are people with Capricorn moons in 21 degrees. This is definitely your moon. You're definitely going to be feeling it. If you've got a lot of Capricorn, 21 degree placements, earth sign placements, or cardinal placements, or 10th house energy in your chart, this is also going to be a transformative time for you as well. Even if you don't have those placements in your chart, or even if you don't have a lot of those placements in your chart, if you have a sprinkle of them, look at where they pop up in your natal snapshot to get an idea of how energy is going to be moving and manifesting for you, okay? And that is really all I got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Happy full moon. And I'm missing something. Literally my shameless plugs. Give me a little thumbs up if you like the video and you're still listening. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed to keep up when I put out new content. Share this video with your astrology friends or people who are having a hard time right now. It's probably the full moon, because it is in its opposite sign, by the way. And what else? Any questions or comments, drop them below. I try to come in like once a week to respond to you guys. And that is all that I have for you. Thank you for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.